gain. Riley Moss with that tackle.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Etienne on first down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Sent down by Cody Barton. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
24.
They go right back to Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He sends this one to the end zone. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They start out with a 3rd and 9. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Draw play. This is Williams. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. They stay on the ground with Williams. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Eric Armstead there on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Out Out of the gun, it's Nix. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Sent down by Cody Barton.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Okay, ready?
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hey, run. Silver.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll move. After that pickup of 12.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Sent down by Cody Barton. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Red on red.
ETN again. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. It's a gain of 2. They're left with 4th and 7.
Got it. Ready? Rip, 23. Hot.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Nix from the gun. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. He'll throw it. It is Cup, left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And it's third down now. Here's Nix to throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Foye Oluokun with the pick.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Go! Silver!
First down throw, Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Now Lawrence. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it sets up second down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
And that will not be enough for a first down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field.
Wanted to get it to Thomas, but it's intercepted. Picked off Alex Singleton. And the Broncos will have the football shy of the 20-yard line. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2. In motion right is Mims. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. They have themselves another first and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4. From the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And now they need to get 4 on third down. He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Nix now to throw. Forced out to his right. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And now it's second down. Throwing from the gun here. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that's That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville! On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Smith on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Left side now caught by Sutton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
Red 23, Silver.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Jaguars are going to call their 1st time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Lisa 24. Here we go.
Now it's Lawrence. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Silver.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. He's got it! It's a Jacksonville touchdown! So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a